table or square table, or more precisely the rectangle table. We're sitting at the end. Tom Schmitz over here, Tom James over here. I'm Buddy Martin. The topic du jour is ranking the coaches in the Southeastern Conference. Okay.
I like it.
You like
Put
it?
my glasses on for this. Got to get serious.
It's going to get serious stuff. Here's the deal. The SEC has lost some pretty good names recently. Think about what they've lost as coaches. Urban Meyer, Steve Spurrier, Mark Richt, 3 pretty good coaches right there. Now, it's pretty much like shooting fish in a barrel to say who's the best coach in the SEC because he might be the best coach ever. I mean, conceivably could, although Bear Bryant will always hold a special place. Nick Saban. So let's give him the category of Top Gun, okay? Top Gun, Nick Saban.
I think we'll all agree on that.
I think we can just move on from that.
Just we're all going to say him number one.
That's
but
right.
Now it gets a little sticky, a little different, because I guarantee you we all have different groups. I've got my group, and I have what let's call a second tier.
Okay.
And my second tier is Hugh Freeze, who's been rather successful at beating Alabama, by the way, and Jim McElwain. And later on, you'll hear me talking to Paul Feinbaum in the Southern Pigskin Show about why McElwain belongs in that group. Okay. And I'll surprise you with this one, Les Miles. Yes, the same Les Miles that almost got fired. 2 new to rank, Barry Odom, Missouri, Kirby Smart, UGA. They can't be ranked. Retreads, Will Muschamp, South Carolina. On the clock, Butch Jones, Tennessee, possibly Les Miles also there. Trending up or down? Brett Bielema, Arkansas. Kevin Sumlin, Texas A&M. May need a change of scenery. Mark Stoops, Kentucky. Dan Mullen, Mississippi State. May surprise you there. And Gus Malzahn, Auburn. And finally, bottom Gonzo, Derek Mason, Vanderbilt. That's how I rank it. All right? Who wants to go next?
And that's a pretty good ranking system. I got mine tiered up like that, too. I got the knock.
Tiered up?
Yeah, I know, exactly. Tears, cry.
I know.
Emotional subject for you, Tom Schmitz.
I got the knocking on the door tier. They're knocking on the door to greatness. Okay. Les Miles, Jim McElwain, and Hugh Freeze at Ole Miss. I do. Looks good on paper tier. Mm-hmm. That's where I put Dan Mullen. He looks good on paper. Mm-hmm. Butch Jones looks good on paper. Gus Malzahn and Kirby Smart both look good on paper. In over their head tier. That's where I got Brett Bielema and Will Muschamp in over their head. Falling and can't get up tier. Mark Stoops and Kevin Sumlin from Kentucky and Texas A&M. Wow. Just don't know if he's ready tier. Barry Odom, the new coach at Missouri, and the Vanderbilt tier, Derek Mason.
So we can all agree that Nick Saban is up here.
Derek Mason
is down here,
there.
and then we've got the other 12 right there in the middle
Did you rank
somewhere.
Kirby Smart?
Yeah, Kirby Smart was in my looks good on paper tier.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, well, not kind of a short paper so far.
Yeah.
But.
All right. Well, I got my own tiers. I got my stocks up tiers and my stocks down tiers, and I've got a wait to be seen tier. Okay, my stock up tier, I got 3 guys. I'm going to start with Jim McElwain. After his first year, I think his stock is definitely on the way up at Florida. Okay, Butch Jones. This is going to be a great year for Tennessee. Mark my words. I don't think that's a big surprise for a lot of people. They won 11 games last year. More excitement right now in Knoxville than there's been in a decade and a half, buddy. They won 11 games, rolled in the bowl game. Lots of talent. So Butch Jones, definitely his stock going up with the Vols. And I love the future at Georgia. I'm a big Kirby Smart guy. I think that is the choice for the Bulldogs. They are poised for great things. I just think they needed a refresher, a reboot, and I think Kirby Smart's the guy that's going to give it to them. So those are my 3 stock up guys. Now I've got some stock going down guys, and Kevin Sumlin at Texas A&M is definitely at the top of that list. He's had quarterbacks leaving him. I think the best days are behind Kevin Sumlin.
Bailing out on him too.
No question about it. The Johnny Manziel days are a long time ago as it stands now for Kevin Sumlin. Gus Malzahn at Auburn, kind of an iffy situation with him. He's only won 15 games total the last few years, so we'll see with Gus Malzahn. And then a couple of guys who, well, it's really going to come down to how this year plays out. And Les Miles is one of them at LSU. Won a national championship, but it's almost been a decade now, so we'll see how he does in this year where, he got a little extra time, one more chance, I guess, for Les Miles. And Hugh Freeze lost a lot of guys to the NFL draft. So we'll see if his best days.
Wow, he's pretty
well,
low.
if his best days. He's kind of a wait and see guy right now.
Well, his payroll will go down.
All right.
So that's where I go. Everybody else is kind of below that, if you will.
One note of caution: before we rank Tennessee too high, they got to beat Florida one of these years. If it didn't happen this year, Butch Jones may not be the coach next year.
That's
so,
right.
All right, that's how we see it. That's the Knights of the Round or Square or Rectangle table.
It's one of those.
Yeah, Tom Schmitz, Buddy Martin, here, and Tom. Wait a minute, let me get it again. Tom Schmitz. Wait a minute. Yeah, Buddy Martin. Yeah, hold it.
You are.
Never mind. Forget about it. It's the guys on the round table. See ya.